Is being too curious negatively impacting your job performance? Generally speaking, being curious in the workplace is a really good thing to have. However, there are instances where being too curious can negatively impact your performance. Many years ago, when I was working at eBay, we were migrating off of PayPal and going over to a new payment platform. This was a top-of-mind project for all the executives, and there was all sorts of buzz in the news, so naturally, a lot of people were curious about what was going on. However, this curiosity really slowed down a lot of different people in the organization, and here's why. Even though there was a lot of buzz about this project, there was really only a handful of people that were really working to drive it over the line. What that meant was there's a ton of people in the organization that had nothing to do with the project that were asking questions on a daily basis about what was going on in the project. Worse yet, when the project was brand new, there weren't a lot of answers because nothing had actually been built. So what that meant was there's a whole lot of people that have nothing to do with it, that are asking a lot of questions, and they're never going to get an answer to their question. So on a daily basis, almost any time I walk by somebody's desk or in the break room, I'd hear people talking about what might be happening with this payment processing platform. This was really just a waste of time, and it was more gossip than anything because, again, no one had answers. But the situation got even worse because every so often there would be a meeting on someone's calendar about the payment processing platform, and there would be a few people invited, but obviously a lot of people that weren't invited. As you might expect, because there was a lot of buzz about this and curiosity, the people that weren't invited wanted to be invited to the meeting. So again, there was a lot of wasted conversation with people asking about the meeting, asking to be invited to the meeting, and then people that were actually invited to the meeting even though they didn't need to be there. Now, while this is one example, this sort of thing happens all the time in the workplace, and it can really slow people down. While it's good to be curious, you also need to know when is it the right time to be curious, and when do you need to turn off that curiosity and go heads down, focusing on the main thing. Unfortunately, what happens for a lot of people is they get curious about a lot of different things, they don't stay focused on the main thing, and then they're not getting the reviews and the marks that they need in order to succeed in their career. So if you want to grow and get ahead in your career, remember, you always need to keep the main thing, and be careful about getting too curious about new things that are happening that you really don't have anything to do with.